Good question. The question was, what about people that are not members of secret societies, who have not been taught about the law of attraction, don't know anything about it, but have incredible success in their life? How do they achieve that? And the answer is, the law of attraction works whether you know about it or not. Your brain transmits frequencies 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It receives frequencies. Whether you're consciously doing that or not, that's what your brain does. Everything on the planet vibrates. Whether you know about it or not, that's what it does. So whether you know about the law of attraction or not, and whether you're using these concepts consciously or not, they still exist. And the fact is, the law of attraction is working in your life and everyone's life, whether they know it or not. When you see how it works, you'll understand why you have succeeded, why you have gotten things in your life that you wanted, and also why you have gotten things in your life you didn't want, or why you haven't succeeded. Because you'll now see that you have been doing this unconsciously all along. And the law of attraction has been working all along. See, whether you know about it or not is irrelevant. It works, it happens, it's there. So for those people that, quote, don't know anything about the law of attraction or how these techniques work, they're doing this anyway. They're just doing it instinctively. They're doing it automatically, maybe because by trial and error, or maybe they don't even know what they're doing, they're just doing it. You look at great athletes, for example, great golfers or various musicians that have, quote, natural talent. When a teacher looks at what they're doing, these individuals have figured it out on their own, and they're doing it not knowing that there's a law or there's a principle or this is how the physical universe is constructed. They're just doing it. So that's the reason why some people who, quote, don't know about this are getting incredible success in their life, getting the things they want, are blissfully happy, have great relationships, etc. They're doing it anyway. But it's much easier when you actually know the mechanics, when you know the recipe, so that you can apply it. Much more effective. Any other comments? Yes. Well, thank you. The comment was that she can't believe how easy and logical this is. And I appreciate the comment. Thank you very much. I hope I'm presenting this material in a way that's easy to grasp and digest and understand. And again, those here in the room have a huge advantage. I mean, you're from all over the world. I'm not sure how many countries here are represented by our participants, but my colleagues, eight countries around the world. And again, you have a big advantage being here because you're not only seeing the physical evidence that this works, but you're meeting people that some of you have heard about, read about, know, and are getting information directly from them and seeing that this is, not pie in the sky, not guru land or motivational speaker world or that type of thing, but the real deal, the people at the highest levels in both world governments and in business. And again, I'd like to just thank again my colleagues for coming forward. I think this is the first time in history when Napoleon Hill was taught this information from Andrew Carnegie, a member of the Brotherhood, and started sharing this back at the turn of the century. It was really the first time this was being leaked from a resident member. And that information was strictly on the money side and the financial or economic side. But this is the first time in history that so many people have come out from the various societies and collectively bound together, as we have, as part of the Global Information Network, and being willing to reveal to the masses, for those people who are serious. But again, we made a commitment that we would not just share this with every single person and shove it down anybody's throat, that we'd make this information available to you. But you had to have a high willingness to learn. You had to have a high willingness to learn, which means you're going to have to be willing to give up the thing you love, time and money. You know, how do you determine what is your willingness to learn? I think one of the easiest ways, as I mentioned, is, you know, are you willing to give up something you love? If you love golf, if you love TV, are you willing to give that up to learn this? But there's something else. Are you willing to give up money? And I'm going to talk about why that's really significant if you're willing to give up some money to learn this information and get educated, because that really determines how high your willingness to learn is and how teachable you are. And then, of course, what is your willingness to accept change? You know, this information can be radically different than what you've thought about in the past, but be willing to really accept change and do things different and think things different is going to create different results. So we've talked about, any other comments, questions? Okay, good. We've talked about how the universe works. Everything's made up of energy that vibrates at different frequencies. That's all everything is, including us. That our brains can transmit and do transmit.
All right, guys, we're going to start in exactly 3 minutes. At 10:10, we start sharp. So spread the word. Let everybody know that Mornings with Nano is live and that we will be starting in exactly 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm blessed. And I'm looking forward to this call, fam. Let's run it.
And it's been 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, frequencies. We have the ability to choose those frequencies. And we have the ability to determine the power and intensity of the frequency and the duration that frequency is being broadcast. Now, how long is that frequency being broadcast? So when we put out a frequency, if we increase the power and intensity and increase the duration in which that frequency is broadcast, then a matching frequency will come to us like a magnet, like as fast as you can imagine. Because when we put out a frequency with our brain, with power and intensity over long duration, then everything on the planet and everything in the universe is working together to match that frequency and bring it to you. And it will happen incredibly fast. With practice, when you get to unconscious competence, it'll happen faster and faster and faster. You'll be able to dial in the frequency exactly the way you want. I'm going to teach you how to do that. Increase the power and intensity and keep the duration long enough so that it activates everything in the universe so that it draws to you like a magnet and comes rushing towards you. Think about it this way. What you want wants you. What you want wants you. And all you have to do is activate it, and it comes rushing to you. There's a magnetic pull. You can attract money like a magnet. You can attract your lover, the best relationship like a magnet. You can attract things into your existence, friends, social status, accolades, success, achievement, happiness, bliss. You can attract anything and everything you want. You can be, do, or have anything you want. As Napoleon Hill said, anything the mind of man can conceive, which means anything you can dream, anything you can imagine, anything you can desire. Napoleon Hill said, anything the mind of man
All right, family. Actually, let me clean this up right here. It's a little blurry, but grand rising, grand rising. Hope everybody is having a blessed morning. I'm super blessed, super grateful to have each and every single one of you guys on this call. There you go. That looks so much better. Let's go. Happy Monday, man. I'm so excited to be on this call with all of you. Wow, it's a brand new month, brand new week, brand new energy, brand new day. And I'm just super blessed and excited to be on this call. We already have over 400 plus people on the call. Everybody's excited. Everybody adjusted really good to the new time, and I'm super excited to be on this call. I want to thank all of you guys that took the time to jump on today's call. I hope that you guys need some money in your trading today as well. Definitely take profits were hit this morning. So the whole family's happy jumping on this call. Everybody's looking forward to, just a great month, a great start to the week, a brand new day. And I'm just super blessed and excited. If you did your morning routine this morning as well, put a 7 in the chat box if you did your morning routine this morning. If your morning routine was done this morning and you did it and you feel good and you're feeling aligned. Guys, I am on 8 days in a row. So as you guys know, I let you guys know last week that my main priority for the week of last week, basically the last week of July, my main priority was to do my morning routine all 7 days. Okay, that was my goal. That was my main priority. That was my burning desire. I wanted to do my morning routine all 7 days. And guess what? We did exactly that. All right. I did my morning routine all 7 days, including Saturday and Sunday. So I am so happy with myself. I am so proud of myself. I feel so good. I feel so aligned. And I feel so just in a great place of acceptance of everything that's happening for me. So today was day number 8. So I'm on 8 days straight. How many days do you have in a row? I want to see how many people are in kind of like a little run. Is anybody here also in a run where they've been consistent with their routine over a period of time? Because for me, it's 8 days. Anybody else have 8 days as well? How many days do you guys have consistently, including Saturdays and Sundays, no days off, right? I see some 7s. Samuel said 40. Man, I got to catch up to you. I saw 28 days, 2 weeks. Not going to lie, I had to reset. Okay, no worries. You get to reset. There's not, if there was ever a good time to reset, right now, right? Right now will be that time, right? Awesome. So this is amazing. This is amazing. I love to see it. I love to see how many people are consistent, but that also shows me how many people aren't being consistent as well. So my best advice for everybody here on this call is take advantage of the new month, take advantage of the new week, the new day, everything that's happening, so that way you can get yourself on a little run. All right. But so let's get this call started. Let's express some gratitude. What is one thing that we are grateful for this morning? Type it in the chat box. What is one thing that we are grateful for this morning? I am grateful for God. I am grateful for family. I am grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my mom, my dad, my little brother, my goddaughter, Dadiana. Okay, I'm grateful for my little bro and my little sister, Mike and Melissa, who are actually having a baby. They're having a girl, and they've asked me to be the godfather. So I'm about to be a godfather to 2 beautiful girls. So I'm blessed and grateful. I'm grateful for Katie. I'm grateful for the leaders and the team and the organization. I'm grateful for the roof over my head, the food I get to eat on a day-to-day basis. I'm grateful for the whole Mornings with Nano community. I'm grateful for my sis Sana. Grateful for let me see, August for Eruption. Boom. And just extremely grateful for everything happening in my life. Grateful for my hair, my curls, and just everything in general. All right. So, yeah, no godsons. Yeah, no godsons. Yeah, just goddaughters for now. And that's good because they keep me, they allow me to at least start practicing for when I have mine as well. So, good start to everything. We have a lot of the family here, so this makes me super excited. So let's get today's call started right on time, 10:15. My goal with these mornings with nano calls is to get you guys in and out of here by 11 o'clock, no later than 11:15 if I go over ever. All right. So that's going to be my goal every time. We're starting at 10 o'clock now. It's going to be to get you guys in and out of here. I want to get you guys good lessons, make sure that you guys get some good value going into the day and running it from there. All right. So today we're going to be talking about August for eruption. Okay, August for eruption. Now, I wanted to talk about this because, the first days of the month are always very important. And to be completely honest with you guys, it's not every single month that we get a chance to start a brand new month that lands August 1st on a Monday at the beginning of a week. Okay, I don't think it is very often that usually happens, right? Because I was looking back and I said, all right, July 1st, all right, it was on a Friday, okay, that it landed. Okay, June 1st landed on a Wednesday. Okay, May 1st landed on a Sunday. Okay, April 1st landed on a Friday. Okay, March 1st landed on a Tuesday. Okay, February 1st landed on a Tuesday. All right, January 1st landed on a Saturday. Okay, so this is actually the first time this year, okay, that the first day of the month starts on a Monday. Okay, this is the first time in the whole entire year, okay, that the first day of the month lands on a Monday. So this is very powerful for us to take advantage of. Okay, and we are going to take advantage of this. So let's talk about it. Now, I said this month is August for eruption. Now, what is eruption? What does eruption mean? Okay, if we were to use it in a way where it can make sense to us, right? If we look up the definition of it, it says a sudden outbreak of something. Okay, usually something that is unwelcome or noisy. Okay, now how can we use the word eruption in our businesses, within our lives? Well, think about it. A sudden outbreak of something. Okay, who are the ones that are going to break out? Us. Okay, we are the ones that are going to break out, because guess what? It's been months and months and months and months of us kind of like not living up to that full potential of ours, working, but we still haven't blown up yet. And this is that month for us, because we've been putting in the work since January, February, and March, and it's going to be big. And when something erupts, guess what? It is a sudden outbreak of something, and it's usually noisy, which means that what? We are going to be noisy this month. This is going to be a month where a lot of individuals, okay, are going to have a lot of success, and it's going to happen very, very fast for a lot of us due to the fact that we have been putting in so many work over the last few months. So if you are ready for eruption, put a 1 in the chat box if this is going to be your month where you erupt. This is going to be the month where you step out of your comfort zone, where you break into a new level of awareness, a new level of consciousness. You're going to tap into a new level of energy, a new vibration, a new frequency. You're about to hit newer levels this month. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set you guys up with a few tips that can guarantee you eruption in the month of August. Okay, because there's certain things that you got to do in this month in order for you to, number one, have an eruption that takes you to another level. Now, step number one, okay, step number one to having an eruption in the month of August. Okay, step number one, and it's going to be the most important one. All right, it's called 0 dark 30. 0 dark 30. What do I mean by that? It should be all of our goals for the month of August, starting today from August 1st to August 31st. There's exactly 30 days in between. For 30 days, I want us to all be consistent with our morning routine. 30 days of consistent morning routine. Okay? That is the very first thing that we must do in order for us to have an eruption in the month of August. Okay. Now I call it Zero Dark 30 because if you guys know Zero Dark 30, Zero Dark 30 was a mission in the military, right? And we've used it a lot in business terms to help us lock in for 30 days. Okay. For 30 days, we are going to be super locked in on ourselves, on our morning routine. Okay. And why do I say that? Because remember, the morning routine is the time that we get to work on ourselves. Okay. This is the importance of working within. Okay. And in order for us to change the external, we have to work internal. So the very first thing that we must do in order for us to erupt is we must work within. Because if we think about a volcano, right, the volcano inside is inside, right? The lava is inside. And it takes for a certain movement. It takes for a certain movement within tectonic plates and certain things that happen within the surface of our earth in order for that volcano to erupt. Okay? So if we want to erupt, we need to work within. We can't focus too much on the external. We need to focus on the internal for the whole 30 days, and there could be no days off. Saturdays included, weekends included, birthdays included. Every single day, you must make it your goal for the next 30 days to stay consistent with the deep work and the morning routines that we're going to be doing on the next, on this next month. Because remember, we are looking to erupt. All right. And if we look to erupt, we need to work within every single day. Now, can you take days off the business? Yes. Can you take days off of trading? Yes. Can you take days off in other areas? Yes. But when it comes to working within, no days off this month. 30 days. Prove it to yourself that you can go 30 days from August 1st to August 31st. Prove it to yourself that you will go all 30 days making sure that you do deep work within every day, this week, next week, the third week, and the fourth week of this month. Because we first got to make sure that we can do it ourselves. This is what we talked about last week. We talked about the personal momentum that's going to lead to the what? The team momentum. We talked about the drama being in the details, right? And we talked about the drama. It has to do with the performance. And performance has to do with our attention to detail. So what I want all of us to do for 30 days, right? I'm giving us tips on how August can be the month of eruption for us. You want this month to be a month of eruption? You have to make sure that for the full 30 days, you work within. Because you don't know what day is going to be the day where it erupts. You don't know what day is going to be the day where you have that breakthrough, where you have that big realization. So in order for you to do that, you got to show up every single day. And this is the key. Even on the days when it's hard, even on the days when you don't feel like waking up, even on the days when you don't feel like doing it, those are the days that you should do it the most, because those are usually the days when you have the breakthroughs, on the days that you don't feel like doing it. So if I were you, put that in highlights, okay? Put that in parentheses. Do my morning routine even on the days when I don't feel like doing it. Because guess what? I've seen so many people miss out on breakthroughs on the days that they stopped doing their routine. And the day that they stopped doing it was the day that I got the breakthrough. We were doing it together. We were doing it together every single day. And on the day that they stopped because they had a bad day at work, or they had an argument with their girlfriend, or whatever it was, they stopped. And that day I did it. I had a breakthrough and they didn't. And you know what usually happens? That throws people off course and it discourages them because they're like, damn, bro, I was consistent for 10 days, 20 days. And on the day I didn't show up, Nano had a breakthrough and I stayed in bed. So make sure that you guys do this 30 days. 30 days. August 1st to August 31st. Type a 30 in the chat box if you accept my challenge. Okay? To do this, you don't need any money. You don't need not an investment. All you need is time and effort. That's all you need. So there should be no excuses as to why anybody does not do this all 30 days. There should be no excuses because you don't need to buy this. You don't need to pay for this. You don't need to invest into this. This all comes from you. It all comes from you. And if we want our businesses to erupt, if we want ourselves to erupt, if we want anything, any area in our life to have a massive quantum leap, we need to do it consistently. We need to be able to prove to ourselves that we can do it for 30 days straight. Because let me be completely honest with all of you on this call. If you can't commit to working on yourself for 30 days, you cannot even accept any of the success that you are looking for because you don't deserve it. Remember, in life is not about what you want, and life is about what you deserve. Going 30 days doing your morning routine is going to make you deserving of what you ask for. 30 days. Let's see who really has it. At the end of the 30 days, you should be able to look at yourself and be like, damn, 30 days I did it. 30 days I wasn't able to do it. I did 27. I did 25. You should know where you are at the end of the month, because everybody who's on this call, I hope that you're on this call August 31st, September 1st, right? Because September 1st actually lands on a, let me see, where's September 1st? September 1st lands on a Thursday. Okay, September 1st lands on a Thursday. Okay, so you guys need to make sure that these next 30 are very important. That's the first tip I gave you guys. Second tip, in order for you to have a month of eruption in the month of August, okay, you need to write yourself a congratulations letter. Okay, you need to write yourself a congratulations letter, basically congratulating you for everything that you're going to do in the month of August. Okay, so this morning I wrote a letter to myself. All right, and I wrote it from the perspective that it was September 1st. I said, this is a letter to myself from the perspective of September 1st. Okay, so I wrote it from the perspective of September 1st. I said, wow, Nano, what a month of August you just had. You did your morning routine every single day in the month of August. You are experiencing so many breakthroughs. You are vibrating higher than you've ever vibrated. You developed leaders within your organization. You made profits within your trading account. You created new e-commerce stores. You know, I went in there and I went deep. I developed myself. I developed myself mentally. My emotional intelligence increased. My relationship with God got closer. Okay, I ate healthier, right? I basically spoke into existence. I spoke into existence the reality that I wanted to live in the month of August when I wrote that letter to myself. Okay, and that I want you guys to do that because I want you guys to create your month. Create the month of August for yourself. What do you want the month of August to look like for you? What did you accomplish? What did you do? What goals did you hit? Where did you develop yourself? What areas did you develop yourself in? Did you build that closer relationship with God? Did you develop a better relationship with your significant other? Did you eat healthier? Did you go to the gym more? Did you read a certain amount of books this month? Did you love yourself more? Did you do your consistent morning routine the whole 30 days? Did you help other people accomplish their goals? Right? What were the things that you did in the month of August that you are proud of? Start creating that reality from now. I already created that reality in my journal. So I already created the month of August in my mind, and I wrote it from the perspective of September 1st. I think this is something that every single one of us should do as well. Because remember, you have to start with the end in mind. Start with the end in mind. You want August to be one of the biggest months of your life? Write it down. Create it on paper. What does it look like? What does it sound like? How do you feel? What did you accomplish? What breakthroughs did you have? Write it down, because the moment you write it down, it becomes official now. The moment you write it down, it becomes official. So that's why I did it this morning. I said, you know what? I wrote down 3 pages of how I want the month of August to go for me. And it was so powerful. I'm telling you guys, it was so powerful. I sat there and I created. And you know what's funny? When you write, you actually think more, right? Because what they say writing causes thinking. So as I was writing, I was thinking, I'm like, man, I thought I wanted this, this, and this, and that. But guess what? I started to find other things that I wanted as well. Right? And when I saw that, I was like, man, this is dope. I'm so glad that I actually took the time to write that down right here. Right? I took the time to write that down, and now I know exactly how I want the month of August to go for me. And now I know exactly what I got to accomplish. I know what my focus is. I know what I'm going to do. I know exactly everything that's going to happen. And I can't wait to read to you guys the letter that I wrote today, August 1st. I can't wait to read it to you guys September 1st. Think about how dope that is. On September 1st, I'm going to read to you guys a letter that I wrote down on August 1st. And we're going to see how much of that letter actually came true. We're going to see how much of that letter is actually accurate. How many things in that letter were we able to actually accomplish within that time period? And this is how I want you guys to think. This is how I want you guys to move. Because the same way that I'm going to create the month of August is the same way that you can create it. All right. So tip number 1 was 30 days of consistent morning routine. That's a challenge. Okay. That's the first challenge. And the reason why I made that number 1 is because in order for us to change the outside, we got to change within. We can't change the out if we haven't worked within. So we got to work on the outside. On the inside first. All the eruptions come from within. We said August is the month of eruption, the month where we break out, the month where we go out and we do the things that we never thought that we were going to do. That's the first thing. But everything starts within. So we got to really focus every single day on that morning routine. Whatever you do, do not go to bed at the end of the night without doing that routine. So let me just give you guys an example really quick, going back to number 1. Let's say you weren't able to do your morning routine in the morning. Make sure you do it in the afternoon. If you're not able to do it in the afternoon, do it as before you go to bed. But whatever you do, make sure that every single day you work on yourself. It doesn't matter if you do it in the morning. It doesn't matter if you do it in the afternoon or if you do it at night. Now, it's intentional when you do it every morning at the same time. But I know that life happens. I know that things come up. I know it's summertime. So for whatever reason, if you slept in and you weren't able to do it in the morning, do it in the afternoon. For example, in the weekend, I sleep in. So I don't actually do it at the 6 a.m. on the weekend. I actually do my morning routine at 9, 10 a.m. on the weekend because that's my time to catch up on sleep. So I sleep in until I'm done sleeping. And then when I'm done sleeping, I go do my routine. So it's not like I'm doing it at 6 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday as well. I actually sleep in so I could get some sleep, catch up on some of it. And then I do it once I'm done sleeping. So number one, do your routine, 30 days. Number two, write the letter to yourself from the perspective of September 1st. Okay, that's number two. Okay, number three, okay, write this down. Identify the areas where you're weak and strengthen them. That was number three. Identify the areas where you are weak and strengthen them. That's the third tip. You have to identify what areas in your life are weak, what areas on your life you're not dedicating as much time to. And you need to start strengthening those areas, because the areas where you're weak is the reason why you're not growing to your full potential, why probably you haven't had the eruption and the breakthrough and reach the new levels that you've been looking for. So what I want all of us to do is sit down and identify the areas where you know you lack. If you know that you're not good at waking up early, that's an area that you need to work on. If you know that you're not good at posting on social media, that's an area we got to work on this month, right? If you know that you're not good at, participating in the groups, in the group chats, and participating with your team and the leaders and so on and so forth, let that be something that you focus on this month. If you know that you're weak at, eating healthier, let that be an area that you work on. If you know that you're not working out as much as you should be working out on, work on that area this month. Identify the areas where you were weak this year and make them your strong points this month. Work on those areas this month, fam. I'm telling you, some of the biggest breakthroughs that you will have will come when you work on the areas where you're not as strong in. Because now you think about them, right? Think about this. Now those areas that were once weak, now they're strong. Now you're better at. So now guess what? You're going to grow and reach new levels because no longer do you have something that was weak holding you back. Okay? You could go faster now. You can move faster now. It's kind of like tuning up a car. Think about like tuning up a car. Right? A car usually comes with standard tuning, right? Standard engine, standard transmission, standard everything, right? But guess what you could do now? You can fix that. You can improve the engine. You can improve the transmission. You can improve everything within the car. And when you improve that in the car goes faster, all right? Is more agile. All right, it accelerates more, it moves more. It's just a lot better. Why? Because you were able to improve the areas where it wasn't as strong in. It's the same thing with you as an individual. Some of us are not as consistent with our working out. Maybe think about this. Think about how powerful this could be, right? Something as simple as working out more consistently. Look at how much working out more consistently can do for you. Let's say that's one of your weak points, which is one of mine. Okay. The reason why I'm bringing it up is because it's been one of my weak points this year. Okay. Have I worked out? Yes. But have I done it consistently? No. Okay. I've worked out, I play basketball, so on and so forth. But it hasn't been something that I've been consistent with over a period of time. So I know that me working out consistently in the month of August, what that's going to do for me, first off, I'm going to get stronger and healthier. I'm going to have more energy throughout my day. If I have more energy throughout my day, that means I'm going to perform better. Okay. If I'm performing better, that means that I'm getting better results, which means if I'm getting better results, my confidence is increasing. My everything is going to be increasing. And guess what? By law, that's going to inspire others around me to want to do the same. Okay, so look at how simple just one area of my life can help out so many areas in my life. And that's just one area that I need to improve on. Okay, And that goes for everybody on this call as well. Identify what areas you need to be better at, right? Some of you guys need to read more. Some of you need to listen to more audios. Some of you need to work on writing your goals down, become a better communicator, be more active in your groups, be more active on social media, put your face on camera, eat healthier. There's certain areas that we are weak at that we cannot allow ourselves to be weak in the month of August with, because it won't give us the eruption that we're looking for. And I need you guys to understand that. It will not give us the eruption that we're looking for. Because usually the reason why eruptions happen is because something out of the unusual caused the eruption to happen. Something unusual caused the eruption to happen. And that's what you need to do. You need to find a way to cause the eruption to happen. And the only way you can do that is by doing things you've never done. Being consistent in areas that you've never been consistent in. Reading books that you've never read. Writing your goals down more than you've ever wrote your goals down. Meditating more minutes this month than you've ever meditated the last 7 months. Posting yourself on social media, being loud. Remember, what did we say an eruption was? An eruption is loud. Do people know on social media that you are on a 30-day run? Does everybody know that you're reading and meditating and doing your morning routine every morning? We got to be loud with it this month. People need to know that we are on a run this morning. We have to be loud. We have to be noisy. We have to be noisy. People need to know that you're working on certain areas of your life. This is valuable information that I'm covering with you guys right now. If you guys actually take what I'm telling you guys right now and take it extremely serious, you take this information extremely serious, you will see how many people actually have success stories this month. But you got to take it serious. You got to be very, very serious about this. I have really good trainings for us this month, but I wanted to make sure that I gave you guys direction this month as well in terms of what we got to do. Okay, so we said tip number 1, okay, was 30 days of morning routine, 0 dark 30, no days off, weekends included. Okay, that was number 1. All right, make sure that you guys do this. We said number 2 was write a letter to yourself from the perspective of September 1st, basically congratulating yourself for everything that you've done in the month of August already. Even though it hasn't happened yet, speak from the end in mind. That was number 2. We said number 3 was identify the areas where you're weak and strengthen them. We all know what areas we need to work on. As a matter of fact, type in the chat box, what is one area that you are going to improve on in the month of August? I want to see it in the chat box. I want to see what areas in your life you guys got to improve on, because I want to see if we can relate as well. Because I know my thing is there, right? So I see working out, morning routine, reading, organization, exercise, waking up on time, shyness, trading, posting on social media, eating better and working out, parenting, prospecting, journaling. What else? Self-belief, getting on camera, participating in the groups, being more present, getting closer to God. Man, we all have a lot in common. Let me see over here on Instagram. Getting to sleep earlier. Yes, absolutely. Social media, putting my face on camera. Yup. Consistency, reading more, journaling, morning routine, patience, trading and content, getting uncomfortable, showing the plan, waking up earlier, working on community skills, tracking trades and prospects, emotional intelligence, reading my Bible, saving money. Don't you guys realize that we are all the same? Have you guys realized this, that we are all the same? Look at how many of us need to work on all the same things. Look at this stuff. I'm actually mind blown. We actually all are very similar. We all have very similar things that we got to work on. And if you look closely, look at all the things. If I were to pick 5 things that we all need to work on, it's obvious our morning routine. Okay, we all need to work on our morning routine, including myself, right? That's the reason why I'm on my 8-day run. But if you realize this, look at how serious the morning routine is. The morning routine includes meditation, it includes reading, it includes journaling, it includes working out. And a lot of us, I saw in the chat box that those were the areas where you need to improve on. So just simply doing number 1, the tip number 1 that I gave you for August for Eruption, will improve all the areas that you are lacking in your life. Just simply doing your morning routine. Does meditation help for healing? Yes, so much. Just simply doing your morning routine, okay, will help you in so many areas. Because it seems like we all need help with reading, meditation, working out. Working out was a big one that I saw in there. Journaling was a big one that I saw in there. All right. So morning routine is key. Another thing I saw in there is that we all got to eat healthier. Eating healthier is super key for us. Organization, making sure that we're organized. What is our schedule for the week? What is our schedule for the month? I saw a lot of social media in there as well. A lot of us got to put ourselves out there more. We kind of been too quiet on social media. We need to be more loud on social media. Okay, we need to be louder on social media. People need to know who we are, what we're doing, what our morning routines consist of. They need to know that we are elevating, that we are vibrating high, that everything is working in our favor. Everybody should be putting themselves on camera and letting people know, yo, this is going to be my biggest month of the year. This is going to be the month where I step up. This is going to be the month where I get uncomfortable. This is going to be the month where I tap into a new level of myself. All right. And for those who are already loud on social media, keep being loud. For those who aren't, we got to get louder. All right. So tip number 1, we got 3 tips. All right. I'm going to do 2 more and then we're going to wrap it up. All right. This is very, very important what I'm covering right here, guys. So I hope that you guys are taking notes. Okay. Put a 3 in the chat box if you've been taking notes thus far. All right. If you've been taking notes, put a 3 in the chat box. Number 3 was identify the areas where you're weak and strengthen them. This is called August for Eruption. August for Eruption. Very, very important. Number 4, okay, is set up a scheduled routine. Okay, you need to have a scheduled routine you're gonna follow for the next 30 days. Okay, if you don't have a scheduled routine, what's gonna happen is you're gonna wake up certain days and you're not gonna know what to do. I already know what I have to do every single day from the moment I wake up to the moment I fall asleep. Okay, I already scheduled my routine for the whole month. Okay, we had a change. We starting mornings with Nano at 10 a.m. So look at how my schedule goes. Let me give you guys an idea of the scheduled routine that I did for this month. Wake up 5:55, 5:30 to 5:55 is my wake up time. And usually when I wake up, I usually stay in bed for a little bit. I put on some prayer, I put on some gratitude, and I just kind of stay there. So I'll be waking up between 5:30, 5:55 consistently every day. At 6 a.m., I'll be starting my morning routine. Okay, so from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., I'm going to be doing my morning routine. Okay, that's going to be my morning routine time. From 6 to 8, that's all morning routine. That means, okay, listen to this. That means no phones, no distractions, no messaging, no Instagram, No, nothing. Just me and myself and God. Okay, that morning routine is going to be very intentional. Okay, the only thing I will use my phone for is for story posts that I'm going to use as accountability so that my team can see it, and that when I look back at the end of the day, I can look back and be like, okay, I did this, that, and that. Okay, but outside of that, I'm not answering any messages. I'm not scrolling on social media. I'm not going to answer any emails. Those 2 hours are specifically for my deep work, for me to work intentionally on myself within. Okay, that's going to be my time from 6 to 8 o'clock. All right, I'm going to come home. All right, around 8:30ish, I'm going to start trading. All right. One of the reasons why we moved the calls to 10 a.m. is because we're going to focus heavy on trading in the month of August and for the rest of the year. So from 8:30 to like about 10 a.m., that's going to be my trading time, my time to make money. Okay, trade in the markets, take advantage of the markets, make my money. By 10 a.m., I have already made my money. By today, by 9:40 a.m., I had already made my percentage for my account. Easy, boom, 9:40, I was done. Usually by 9:40, we was on Mornings with Nano. Okay, but today, by 9:40, I had already made my percentage and my money for the day. So now, guess what? I wait at 10 a.m. I do Mornings with Nano. Mornings with Nano will usually go to like about 11:15 the latest. Okay, from there, I'm going to take a break now. All right, I'm going to take a break after Mornings with Nano. So after Mornings with Nano, I will probably just take a break now. And this will be my time for me to refuel, for me to take a shower, eat my lunch, whatever it is. At 1 o'clock, I go back to work now. So from like 11 to 1 a.m., 1 a.m. From 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., that's going to be kind of like my break time. You do need to have times throughout the day where you kind of take a break. It can't be like all the way through. All right. Even though I do have a call at 12 that I got to do today, but it's going to be a quick call. Okay. So from that time to that time is going to be the time for me to break it down, so on and so forth. Now, from 1 o'clock to like about 5 o'clock is going to be my time for me to reach out to my leaders and do my social media and for me to just do the phone work for the day that I need to do, right? I always got to do some kind of phone work for my business. So there's leaders I have to call. There's people I need to get in contact with. There's trainings that I have to do and so on and so forth, right? At 6 p.m., I have my Leadership Dynasty call. And then I have other calls that I have to do throughout the day and just everything else. So for the rest of the day from 1 till 10 p.m., that's going to be my business time where I call leaders, enroll people, social media. That's going to be everything else. I already did my morning routine. I already did my trading. I already did Mornings with Nano. For the rest of the day, I just have phone work, social media, and trainings for the organization. And I'm just hitting those back to back each and every single day as they get scheduled. All right. So that's how I'm doing the next 30, 40, 60, 90, 120 days that we got left in that exact same routine right there, especially just this month of August. Okay. That's what I'm going to be doing in the whole entire month of August. Now, like I said, that is my routine. I do this full time. It might not be the same for you. Okay, some of you guys work a job. So you got to find a way to, hey, from this time to this time, morning routine. From this time to this time, I work. After work, from this time to this time, I do so and so. You got to find the routine that you know for a fact that you can follow. But because remember, it has to be a routine that you can follow, that you do it each and every single day. It has to be something that you can follow every single day. Something simple, something to the T. My routine is, if you think about it, it's pretty simple. 6 to 8 morning routine, 8 to 10 trading, 11 a.m. mornings with Nano. Okay. 11 to like 1 p.m. is my break, lunch, shower, the whole nine. And then from 1 to 10 p.m. is building my business. And that includes phone calls, presentations, showing the plan, social media promotion, and all of that good stuff. And within there, I have an hour of family time that I do, which is usually at 7 p.m. My hour of family time is at 7 p.m. Okay. I always do 7 p.m. as my family time. That's the time that I come and I spend time with my family. Okay. And then aside of that, I'm working. I'm working. Okay. But that's my routine. If you're a full-time person and you want to follow my routine, feel free to do so. But if you're not, find a routine that's going to work best around your schedule. But whatever you do, make sure that, listen to me very carefully. If you have a job and you have responsibilities and you have kids, if there's anything that you got to make your top priority is the morning routine. Some of you guys may have to sacrifice some sleep. Instead of sleeping 8 hours, sleep 6 hours. That's 2 hours. That's your 2 hours of morning routine right there. That's it. I only like to sleep, to be real with you guys, I only like to sleep 6 hours. Because if I sleep 8, that means I only have 16 hours in my day. But if I sleep 6 hours, that means I have 18 hours on my day. I want more time in my day. So the fact that I get 18 hours, sometimes even 19 hours, because I only sleep 5 to 6 hours. 5 to 6 hours is my sweet spot. I sacrifice those extra 2 and I sleep the 8 on the weekend. Okay. So number 4 is you gotta have a scheduled routine, something that you're going to follow the whole 30 days this month. If you don't, this is what I need all of you guys to do, right? After this call, listen to me very closely. After this call, you should look at the tips that I gave you for this month. You look at number 1. Okay, number 1, we said morning routine for 30 days. You first need to identify what you're going to be doing in your morning routine and at what time you're going to be waking up. So that's the first thing you need to identify is what is going to be your morning routine for the 30 days in the month of August. Right? Like I said again, if you want the outside to change, you need to change within intentionally. There needs to be a deep focus on your internal growth. That's the reason why I've made it my top priority. I know that if I change within, if I work within, everything else on the outside is going to change. I know that for a fact it will. So number 1, identify your morning routine and structure it. Number 2, we talked about writing that letter to yourself from the perspective of September 1st. Okay, write that letter to yourself if you haven't written that letter to yourself. Okay, yes, all calls will be at 7 a.m. Pacific now. Okay, number 3, identify the areas where you're weak. So you should be able, after this call, to sit there like I did over the weekend, and I identified the areas where I was weak. I said, okay, these are the areas that I'm going to focus on this month. Working out, organization, trading, this, and that. Now I know that all these areas were areas where I needed to work on and I was weak at, and I'm now going to strengthen them. Because if I want an eruption to happen, I got to do things I've never done. The only time eruption happens is when you do things you've never done, when something unusual happens. Okay, that's why I added yoga to my morning routine. That's why I added breath work to my morning routine. Things I've never done. Okay, and then we said number 4 is the scheduled routine. What is the scheduled routine that you're going to follow? Do you have a scheduled routine that you're going to follow day in and day out? I know mine. Do you know yours? Do you know your scheduled routine for the month of August? And you got to follow it to the T. All right, that was number 4. All right, the last and final point is this, and I need you guys to remember this, very important. Okay, the name of the word is one of my favorite words of all time, and it's something that I ask you guys to do all the time. Right? Can anybody take a guess at what number 5 is going to be? right? It's something that I ask of you guys to pay attention to always, and something to do every day. What is the word that I'm looking for? If you guys know me, you guys will know this. What is number 5? What is number 5? Not evaluations, no, not gratitude, not visualization. There we go, Roxana. Intention. Intention. You have to be intentional the whole entire month. Intention. Great job, Roxy. Intention. If you want the month of August to be a month filled with breakthroughs and quantum leaps, there needs to be an incredible amount of intention behind everything that you do. You can't just do your morning routine because Nano said to do it 30 days. It has to be an intentional morning routine. It has to be an intentional wake up time. It has to be an intentional night routine. It has to be intentional with the posts that you make on your social media. You have to be intentional with the way that you communicate with people, with the books that you're going to read this month. I'm very intentional with the book that I'm reading this month, right? The book that I'm reading this month has to do with leadership. Why am I reading a book on leadership? All right, because I need to grow as a leader in order for the leaders within my organization to grow as well. I'm being intentional with the food that I'm eating. I'm being intentional with my budgeting. The whole month of August, I'm going to be budgeting, making sure that I'm paying attention to what I'm spending money on. Everything that I spend money on in the month of August will be calculated and paid attention to in very detail. Do I need this or do I want this? I'm going to be very careful with that. I'm going to be very intentional with what I put into my body in the month of August. Okay? Instead of me eating that fast food, I can eat a vegan meal. Instead of me drinking that soda, I'm going to drink water. Right? Instead of me, like I told you guys the other day, instead of me eating that bacon, egg, and cheese, right? I'd rather eat that mushroom wrap. Okay, I'm going to be very intentional with everything that I do in the month of August. From even the thoughts that I have, the time that I wake up, the people I spend time with, the routines that I do, the books that I read, the way that I journal, the audios I listen to. I told my leaders with it this morning, I said, I'm only listening to Kevin Trudeau and Bob Proctor this morning. I'm going to be doing everything that's possible in order for us to grow and elevate on a day-to-day basis. Very, very, very intentional with everything. Because intention leads to everything else that you want, fam. So those are the 5 tips that you guys need in order for you to have an August for eruption. You want to erupt in the month of August, take those 5 points with you. Take them all with you. Number 1, 30-day morning routine. Number 2, letter to yourself. Number 3, identify areas that are weak and strengthen them. Number 4 was intentional the schedule. Okay, make sure that you have a schedule that you're going to follow on a day-to-day basis. And number 5, be intentional with everything. Scheduled routine, number 4. Number 5, intentional with all of those, with those 4. Be intentional with those 4 right there. Be intentional with the morning routine. Be intentional with the letter. Be intentional with identifying the areas you need to work on and working on those diligently every single day. Be intentional with your schedule. Right? What is your scheduled routine? I should be able to go to your house right now, and you should be able to have a piece of paper that shows me what your scheduled routine looks like for the month of August. If I were to show up at your house at the end of the day today, number 1, I should know what your morning routine is going to be. If you are truly serious, right? If you are really, really serious about this, if you are really serious, listen to me, guys, very closely. If you are really serious about this, I want you guys to act like if Nano was going to show up at your house tonight, at the end of the night. And listen to this. At the end of the night, you should have the morning routine that you're going to do this month scheduled daily. What task are you going to be doing in your morning routine? What do I mean by that? Well, you're going to meditate, you're going to read, you're going to journal, you're going to pray, you're going to listen to an audio, you're going to work out. I need to know what that morning routine is going to be, number one. Number two, you shall have already written the letter to yourself by the end of the day, which means you already wrote the letter to yourself from the perspective of September 1st, and you congratulated yourself for it. Number three, there should be a list of the things, of the areas in your life where you're weak at. There should be a list. I should be able to look at a piece of paper that tells me, okay, Lauren is weak in these areas. Boom, 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 boom. And these are the areas she's going to be working on in the month of August. Number four is your scheduled routine. Okay, not just your morning routine, but at what time are you going to study this month? At what time are you going to post pictures this month? At what time are you going to do team trainings for your team? At what time are you going to spend time with family? At what time are you going to go to bed? At what time are you going to share the plan? There should be a scheduled routine that I know you're going to follow. And then number five is making the promise to yourself that you're going to do all of this with intention. And those are the 5 tips in order for you to have an August for Eruption, family. All right. So if you guys are excited to go put some work in and organize this for yourself, because I know some of you guys jumped on this call and you don't have this scheduled, you don't have this organized, and you don't have this set up. So it's okay. But what I do challenge you to do is right after this call, get right into it. That is my best advice for you, is right after the call, just do it. It'll take you less than 30 minutes to do. You will be done with this by 12 at noon for those who are Eastern time, which means you will be done with this at the hour. Okay, if you don't have anything to do, just do it right after this. Write down that morning routine, write down the areas in your life that are weak. Okay, write down that letter and put out your schedule for the whole entire month. Find out what exactly you're going to do and make sure that you do all of it with intention moving forward. And trust me, come August 31st, come September 1st, you guys are going to look back and be like, man, Nano, thank you so much. You did that call August 1st, bro. I needed this call. I needed a plan. I needed something that can help me plan out my whole month of August. Thank you for this. I'm going to do exactly what you say until I find out that you're lying, bro. That's all I'm going to do. You told me to do it every day for 30 days. I'm going to do it every day for 30 days. You told me to write a letter to myself. I wrote a letter to myself. You told me to identify the areas where I was weak and develop them. I'm going to do that as well, Nano. And you told me to and you told me to schedule myself out for the whole entire month. I've never done it, Nano, but I'm going to do it this month so that this way I can take myself to the next level. And I'm going to do everything with intention, just like you asked of me. And I'm telling you guys, come August 31st, come September 1st, we will all look back and we'll be like, bro, Nano, we all erupted. And if you don't erupt in August, trust me, guaranteed you will erupt in the month of September, family. All right. So if you guys are ready to go, if you guys are ready to tap in and ready to, do you write the letter every day? No, just one time. If you guys are ready to take this to the next level, put some 5s in the chat box. If you're ready to apply all 5 tips that I gave you for an August for Eruption, family. Okay. August for Eruption is here. And I gave you the tips that are needed in order for you guys to do so. All right. So with that being said, that wraps up today's call. Thank you guys so much. For those who don't know, and moving forward for the month of August, as of now, unless anything changes, for the month of August, I am going to be doing mornings with Nano at 10 a.m. this month. Okay, so it won't be at 9 a.m. It won't be at 9:30. The calls will open at 10. I will open it up at 10. By 10:10, we will start, and they will run to like about right now, 11:10 the latest. Okay, I will have you guys in and out of here ASAP. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to do a quick prayer for us. Everybody bow your heads and let's pray. Father God, thank you so much for blessing us with this beautiful, beautiful Monday morning. We are so thankful that we get a chance to wake up and start serving our purpose with intention. This month is going to be a month filled with so many incredible breakthroughs and quantum leaps, and we are just so thankful for everything that we have in store for the month of August. But we are just thankful to be here today, most importantly, and we want to thank you for the last 7 months that you've given us, filled with lessons, filled with challenges, filled with breakthroughs. But we are ready for a new month, God. And the month of August, is the energy just feels different, God. It just feels like a month that is going to bring us so many amazing things that we are just looking for, so many quantum leaps that we've been asking for. This is going to be a month of eruption. This is going to be a month filled with momentum, but we already have the plan, and you gave us that plan on this call. And a lot of it has to do with us staying consistent, with us seeing the end in mind, with us improving the areas that are weak, and just making sure that we just schedule ourselves out, God. And something as simple as that is all we have to do to erupt. That's all we needed to know, God. And we just want to thank you so much for your guidance, for your wisdom, for everything that you do for us. We want to thank you ahead of time for all the breakthroughs and the quantum leaps that all of us are going to experience on this call. And we are just so thankful for you, God, for you, because at the end of the day, none of this will be possible without you. We give you all the glory. We give you all the praise. We give you all the appreciation, and we give you all the gratitude and all the love, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everything. Thank you for this month. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this week. And we love you so much, and we appreciate you so much. Let's go out there and have a great month of August. We love you and we appreciate you. And in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. 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 Let's go. I'm so excited for this month, man. This month is going to be huge. Okay. After this call, guys, like I said, please, guys, please take the time to do what I just asked of you guys. Trust me, if you haven't done it, do it right after this call. Don't wait till later. Don't wait till tomorrow. Do it right now. The moment this call is over, identify the 5 tips, realize which ones you have, which one you don't have, and work on it. I'm telling you, it won't even take you 15, 20 minutes to do all of this. Don't go and start your day without doing what I just asked of you. Trust me, because today has to be the most intentional day of them all. What you do today will determine how the rest of your month goes. So if you just pass it and you just be like, I'll do it later, guess what? Your whole month will be like that. Okay, if you're not intentional today, your whole month won't be intentional. If you don't pay attention to detail today, you won't pay attention to detail the rest of the month. So please, 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 right after this call, work on the things that I asked you guys. Trust me, you guys will thank me at the end of the month. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys haven't turned on the post notifications, turn them on. Leave a comment. Like this video if you haven't liked this video, guys. We have about 360 people, but only 130 likes. Please like this video if you haven't. And if you guys want to follow my podcast at Mornings with Nano. You can find it on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, the whole 9. You can find it there. If you guys are going to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at Long Live Nano. Okay, Neno is Nano. All right. Now, remember, there's a lot of fake pages out there, guys. Be careful for fake pages. Be careful for people who are trying to scam you guys. You do not want to do that. It's very important that you guys understand that. And then with that being said, that is everything. If you were a part of I Am and you want to get started and you guys want to learn about how to build online stores, okay, there's going to be a post that I make throughout the day today that's going to give you guys access to what I'm going to be doing in the month of August with building online stores so we can buy and sell products, participate in that so I can get you guys locked in with me as well. So when you guys see that, just know big things are coming this month when it comes to the e-commerce side of things as well. All right, fam. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. for another episode of Mornings with Nano. God bless, fam, and enjoy.